Aarav, a 20-year-old literature student, works part-time at The Whispering Pages, a quiet old bookstore tucked away in a forgotten street corner. On a rainy evening, as he rearranges some books, the bell above the door chimes. A woman walks in, graceful, poised, and wrapped in an elegant trench coat. She removes her wet scarf, revealing a face touched by time, yet exuding an ageless charm. She looks around, scanning the shelves, before her eyes land on Aarav. "I'm looking for Eternal Verses by Rumi. Do you have it?" she asks, her voice smooth like a forgotten melody. Aarav, momentarily caught in her presence, nods quickly and finds the book. As he hands it to her, their fingers brush for a second, sending a strange warmth through him. She smiles politely, pays, and leaves, leaving behind the scent of lavender and old books. Aarav watches her disappear into the rain, feeling something unfamiliar stir within him. Days pass, and Meera starts visiting the bookstore regularly. She browses through books, sometimes engaging in deep conversations with Aarav about literature and life. Meera, a widow, finds herself drawn to Aarav's youthful curiosity and the way he sees the world with wonder. Aarav, in turn, is captivated by her wisdom, grace, and the quiet sadness in her eyes. One evening, it rains again. Aarav offers to walk Meera home, sharing an umbrella. They walk slowly, the streetlights casting a golden glow on the wet pavement. "Why do you love poetry so much?" Aarav asks. "Because poetry is the only thing that understands emotions without needing explanations," she replies. Their hands brush briefly. Neither pulls away. Aarav realizes he has fallen for Meera. It's not just admiration, it's something deeper. One evening, as they sit at a small cafe, he gathers the courage to speak. "Meera, I think I'm in love with you." Silence. Meera puts down her coffee cup, staring at the steam rising from it instead of looking at him. Then she sighs. "Aarav, I'm flattered, but this isn't possible. I am 42. You are 20. People will talk. This world won't understand." "But do you feel something for me?" Aarav asks, his voice raw. She doesn't answer. Instead, she pushes her chair back and leaves. Aarav sits there, staring at the untouched coffee in front of him, his heart breaking. Meera stops visiting the bookstore. Aarav waits every day, hoping she'll walk in. She never does. He starts skipping college, drowning in heartbreak. One evening, he sees her sitting alone in a park, staring at the sunset. He walks toward her, but before he can say anything, she gets up and walks away. That night, Aarav cries for the first time in years. Months pass. Aarav pours his pain into writing. He writes a novel, a love story about an impossible love, inspired by their story. One day, Meera receives a package. Inside, she finds a book titled Love Beyond Time by Aarav Malhotra. With trembling hands, she flips through the pages. Every word feels like Aarav is speaking to her, telling her how much he loves her. Tears roll down her cheeks. She realizes she has been running from her own happiness. Aarav's book launch is a grand event. As he reads an excerpt from his novel, his voice trembles slightly. And sometimes, love defies time, rules, and even reason. Sometimes, love just is. He looks up and sees her. Meera. Standing at the back of the room, her eyes filled with emotions she can no longer suppress. As he steps off the stage, she walks toward him. Without a word, she takes his hand. "Some love stories don't need permission," she whispers. Aarav smiles, tears glistening in his eyes. Aarav and Meera leave behind the city's judgmental eyes. They move to a quiet town and open a bookstore cafe together. Their love story is unconventional, but it is theirs. It is real. It is beautiful. As the sun sets, Aarav looks at Meera, now his partner in love and life. She smiles at him, placing her hand over his. Love has found its way.